Hey, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rob, the mixologist, and I'm with Sincere Fare today. Today's cocktail class takes place in the 398 Club, an exclusive speakeasy located in the back of Sea Hill's Steakhouse. I am here to show you how to make the Queen Bee the winner of the High Museum's Highball Cocktail Competition.
Here we go!
So today we're going to be highlighting the Queen Bee cocktail, which is a combination of soursop juice, pear, apple. We also have some fresh sage, vanilla bean, and cinnamon. The reason we chose pear and apple because stone fruits are in season. Seasonality and freshness is very important when you're making cocktails and when you're cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is my shaker right here, and I'm gonna build all my items in my shaker. So the first thing I'm gonna add is my apple juice. So we're gonna do about a ½ ounce of apple juice. There we go. Add that directly into our shaker. Then we have our fresh pear juice. And you want to make sure that you use a jigger. You want to make sure that everything is consistent because you want your cocktails to be consistent in flavor moving forward. We have some fresh squeezed lemon juice, and make sure that your lemon juice is fresh. I don't want y'all using the green bottles because you can definitely taste the citric acid and it completely changes the profile of your cocktail. And then finally, we have some soursop juice. And soursop is actually a Caribbean fruit. It's kind of like a combination of an apple and pear together. I love using it. It reminds me of when I go home and see my family. So now that I have all my juice in the shaker, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my honey in there right now. So let me get my honey together. And I get to use a honey wand. So what you do to do that is you kind of keep it rolling to kind of keep the honey on there. And whenever I'm done rolling, I'm just gonna drop it in. And that's how you make it work. The science of the honey wand, I love it. So here we go. We have the apple juice, we have the pear juice, we have the lemon, we have the honey. Going ahead and add some of our herbs. So this is sage. Sage is one of our softer herbs, so the essential oils are right there on the leaf. Typically you see bartenders like smack the herbs and mint and other things, but you don't have to do that with the sage. Just kind of take it off, rub it a little bit, get those essential oils going and drop it right in. So I put about 3 leaves in there because we're gonna make one cocktail. So I have my fresh vanilla bean. I love using vanilla bean over vanilla extract because vanilla extract has that alcohol base on the back. This is gonna give me a nice mouthfeel with the vanilla pods in it and also just allows the fresh ingredients to shine. So I slice it open midway just to make sure that all those vanilla beans are going to be released into my cocktail. And if you don't have the black dots on your fingers, you didn't do it right. So we're gonna make sure that we get all of the vanilla bean all the way open and just drop that directly into there. So I have everything in there right now. I have my juices, I have my herb, I have my vanilla, about a teaspoon of cinnamon in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir it right now. The reason I'm doing that is because typically if you put ice into a cocktail where you have honey, the honey will solidify and it'll become hard. So I'm just trying to get the juice up to room temperature, making sure that the honey dissolves completely before I add my vodka. Technique with the spinning. So we're good on that. So it's now the time to add our Finlandia vodka. So we're gonna do 2 ounces. We wanna make sure this is a nice and strong cocktail. There we go. I have all my components in there. I smell my cocktail because you know smell is a big part of taste. So if it smells good, it should taste good, right? I'm gonna stir it one more time just to make sure everything is good to go. And what I'm looking for is I just want the honey to be dissolved. I want the cinnamon to be kind of dispersed inside of the shaker. And we'll be good to go on that. I'm gonna add my ice now. Right into the shaker. And in doing this, I want this all the way full to the top. Because as I shake the cocktail, the ice is going to start to melt down and get smaller. So just make sure that everything in there and all the contents are cold. Nice little sip, we're gonna shake. I can listen to the cocktail and see how it's developing within the shaker. All right, here we go. Your cocktail shaker should have a nice frost all the way to the top, letting me know that it is good and cold inside. So sometimes when people try to open this up, they have trouble opening up. So what you can always do is use your glass and start your garnish because as it sits there, some of the gases and stuff release and it becomes easy to kind of pop off. So with the Queen Bee, I have some local honey and I have some bee pollen as well. So what you do, I always like to do half rims because I want my patrons to have the ability to choose if they want to enjoy the cocktail with the rim or without a rim, giving them some options. and just turn slowly. So now that I have a halfway there, plate it up. Nice little honey on the rim. So we've got a nice little coating of bee pollen. And if you haven't had bee pollen before, bee pollen is such an interesting thing. It has nice little floral notes. It's very sweet. It's going to make our cocktail so complex. So I talked about the shaker, and I should be able to just knock it where it is. Pull it off. And inside, because I use citrus, there should be a nice foam, because anytime you use citrus and you shake it, it's going to add that foam in there and add that texture to the cocktail. Pulled out my Hawthorne strainer, and I'm going to double strain this. And the reason that I'm double straining it is because the soursop has like fibers in it and the vanilla bean has the little dots in it. So I just want to make sure that it's nice and consistent when people drink the cocktail. There we go. We want to go almost to the top for our fill line. All right, and there you have it, the queen bee.